NGW British Wrestling Weekly, it's time for singles action, but it's not the match we were originally expecting. For reasons we'll recap in just a moment, this is the theme music of Dara Diablo, and he's going to be facing Liam Slater in just a second. Bradshaw here alongside former British heavyweight champion Alex Shane. And Alex, Dara Diablo is not the opponent that Liam Slater was expecting here.
Well, after Liam Slater scored that impressive tag team win alongside Sam Bailey, Slater and us as commentators and fans of this company expected that Liam Slater may just score that all-important first televised singles victory against his arch nemesis, Joseph Connors. But British Wrestling's Crown Prince of Betrayal had other plans, and now we have an all-new match here for this episode.
Liam Slater is having to adjust his plans, adjust his strategy on the fly, and as you say, Alex, more importantly, he must be extremely frustrated to not get his hands on Connors.
Well, it reminds me of the Destiny Rumble, when Liam Slater was so amped up, he got in the ring with Joe Connors, and Connors not only offered him 2-3 strikes, but then just stood there and said, "Eliminate me." And Liam Slater obliged and threw him over the top rope. But you could tell it took a psychological toll on Slater because he was just unsure what was going on. But now as this unravels, I think we're starting to see just how deep the psychological warfare of Joseph Connors actually goes.
But here's what I don't get, Alex. What's his end game? What is Joseph Connors hoping to achieve long term with this constant bait and switch against Liam Slater?
Well, many have speculated what is the basis of the relationship between Diablo and Connors. And now I think we're starting to understand, Dave.
You know, NGW officials hadn't allowed Joseph Connors to compete so far in season 3. This one, hold on. What's going on?
Tick.
Oh, it's Connors.
Tock. Tick.
Talk about psychological warfare.
Tick. Tock. Liam, I am so proud of you. You are getting closer each day, each match you have, closer and closer to meeting my expectations. You're developing into the man that I know you can be. Tick, tock. And just because I can't be there in person this evening, don't worry. Now let me take a step back and watch you flourish. But don't fear, because I am never too far away from you and what you hold most dear. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Tick, tock.
What was that?
That was really creeping. We're in a state of pitch black here at the whole City Hall.
Now, are those the ramblings? Oh, hang on. What?
Where's Lilith? This is...
What's Lilith doing here?
Wow, this is creepy.
I was about to say, are those the ramblings of a madman, Alex? Or is there something more deliberate, something more calculating going on from Connors there?
Things have got increasingly sinister, Dave.
And we've got to go to a break. We'll be right back. Liam Slater and Dara Diablo continues. Here on NGW British Wrestling Weekly, Liam Slater is struggling to get his head in the right place after that mysterious message from Joseph Connors.
This whole scene has become very uncomfortable is the best way to describe it, because Lilith is just stood there watching, and that very bizarre message from Joe Connors just speaks volumes. You know, for people that wanted to see Joseph Connors for the first time this season, for new viewers who wanted to hear or see what the fuss was about, the fact that he's not wrestling actually it's made no difference because we saw firsthand the psychological manipulation of this man. Oh.
Well, Liam Slater, a couple of weeks ago, must have been on a real high. He picked up a tag team victory and thought he was going to have his chance tonight against Joseph Connors. But that hasn't happened here. Now he's facing Dara Diablo and Connors is still playing mind games.
And Slater scored that win against his young brother, Dan Slater, who's here tonight again at ringside. And I tell you now, like, how do you prepare for an opponent like Joe Connors and have it switch to Diablo with just hours to go? It's a massive disadvantage.
And speaking of Dara Diablo, Alex, this is the second time we've seen him in as many weeks. Diablo attacking, well, really assaulting El Ligero after that Gen X Cup match last week.
Well, Diablo was kept off television by NGW management for a reason, and that was to make sure that Gen X title match had no interference. But the moment it was done, Diablo, British Wrestling's crown prince of betrayal, made his presence felt. And that speaks volumes about the kind of manipulation that he and Joe Connors shares. My God.
Well, he's making his presence felt here against Liam Slater as well. First that elbow to the face, and then just slamming him into the turnbuckles there.
And Dave, I don't know if you've noticed, but Lilith, we were so busy watching this match that Lilith has moved from the stage, getting closer to the ring. And we've seen what's happened in the past with her and Liam Slater. Liam Slater is in trouble from all around this ring right now.
Where's she going? She's equally as creepy as Joe Connors, isn't she?
We don't know the story of Lilith. Why is she here? I mean, there's so much about Joe Connors, Lilith and Dara Diablo we don't understand. It really is the biggest enigma in New Generation Wrestling right now. And for Liam Slater, who's like in his first couple of years as a pro wrestler or a semi-professional wrestler, to be just so deeply entrenched in this kind of mental animosity and tension can't be healthy for that young man at all.
I mean, Lilith is so difficult to read, just completely expressionless. Almost like a ghost as she's gradually moving around ringside here. It's really weird.
And Diablo, let's not forget that it was Diablo that cost El Ligero the NGW Championship. And last week we saw Diablo re-emerge and essentially say the words, "I'll be the last man standing." He's offered a final match to Ligero. Will Ligero accept? Well, that's a story for another day.
You know, there's a lot of parallels between the situation that El Ligero finds him in and the one Liam Slater finds himself in. Ligero thought he got himself shot of Diablo. Slater thought he was going to get a chance to finish things against Connors. Neither of those have happened. Both men are as entrenched as ever now.
And you know, when we saw Liam Slater a couple of weeks ago on this show, one of my only criticisms was that he just wasn't taking his match that seriously. He was still having fun, he was still clowning around, but now look at the intensity of Liam Slater. He knows he's in for the fight of his life with Diablo.
Slater goes for the cover, gets to that left shoulder of Diablo going up.
Hold up. Dave, you know, Lilith has moved over to Dan Slater, Liam Slater's 16-year-old brother.
Dan Slater is in the front row, and Lilith with a very odd look towards the younger of the Slater brothers.
Oh, sit-down powerbomb. Center of the ring.
This could be all, this could be all. And Slater gets out. Diablo getting a little bit frustrated, but now what? Look. Lilith whispering something in the ear of Dan Slater.
Well, that's probably the first actual woman that's given him attention as a 16-year-old, and it's a dangerous situation, Dave.
I don't think Liam's noticed yet. Liam with the full Nelson into the slam. Oh, now he notices.
Oh, and he needs to concentrate. This is just uncomfortable. Wow, look at Liam.
Liam is furious as he approaches Lilith.
It's like a lion defending a lion cub. I've never seen Slater look that serious.
Slater has to be careful because Diablo hit Dan Slater. Diablo hit Dan Slater.
Dave, he's 16 years of age and oh no.
The younger of the Slater brothers is hurt here, I think, and Liam is trying to look after his younger brother, defend him from Lilith and from Diablo.
And look at Lilith. Would you think this has got to be the plan all along? And the referee's counting. Sorry, Dave, the referee's counting. Liam's going to lose here.
Well, I'm not sure Liam is paying any attention to the match.
The crowd are saying, get back in the ring. Is he going to leave his brother? Oh, he breaks the count and goes back. Oh,
Liam Slater, obviously and understandably more concerned about the welfare of his brother than he is about Dara Diablo, but that may be a mistake because here comes Diablo into the ring post.
Into the post. That post is made of steel, Dave, and that's got to be all. Liam went face first, head first into it too, and yeah, this one, whoa.
Well, that would have been a real injustice if Liam Slater lost the match because he was concerned about his brother.
Liam's still looking at Dan Slater, his young brother, but now this has got really, really uncomfortable to watch, Dave. Really uncomfortable.
Diablo has Slater up high in the air. We've seen this before. Up in the air, drops him down with the Diablo driver. The leg is hooked, and Dara Diablo defeats Liam Slater.
Wow, what a bad, sad situation.
Well, the assist very much belongs to Lilith, but Liam Slater taking care over his younger brother who got hit in the face by Dara Diablo, and ultimately, sadly, that has cost Slater this match against Dara Diablo.
And it's not just this match, it's the dream of his first ever singles victory on international television. We thought it was going to be against Joe Connors, and it got changed at 0 hour, and just the manipulation and the psychological warfare against this young man just continues to, it's really, it's not right.